This video here's like a time machine. I was just a kid, you were old as me. Well, time spun like a ceiling fan since you were where I think I am. Back before the brown turned to gray, and the memories were clearer than they are today. You stood like a mountain, like a man on a stand, when you were where I think I am.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm planning on playing a few songs, off a couple of which are off my first album, which was called Made Out West, that I released in 2018. And then one new one is one I'm going to put on my album that I'm coming out with this year or next year in 2021. The first song, Altitude, I lived in Bozeman, Montana for quite a few years and came to love the Rocky Mountains, and just the peace that I found hiking and hunting and fishing in those mountains. And when my life was crazy, I'd kind of escape up there, and Altitude came to be. The second song I'm going to play tonight is a song called Made Out West, and I wanted to write a song that sort of, there's a lot of country songs especially out there that describe sort of the South and that whole area, but I grew up out west, out in Oregon, and I wanted to describe my experience meeting my wife and meeting somebody that connected with a Western boy, and that's kind of the story of her, and it's called Made Out West, which ironically is also now the name of my company, Made Out West. The third song I'm going to play tonight is a song called When You Were. I love my family. I was really fortunate to have a mom and a dad and a grandma and a grandma that brought me up right, in my opinion. I was raised out in the country, and I had it pretty easy, to be honest. And as I've gotten older and I have my own kids now, I realized that how hard it is to be a parent and how good my parents were to me. It makes me appreciate it more. So this song, When You Were, is a tribute to them and the challenges of being a parent.
Well, little did little me know back then just what it took to raise some kids and keep the lights on with a smile on. But now I understand. I'm taking these ups, writing these downs, doing my best in my little hometown. Well, this road I'm on is a place you've already been.
When I was growing up, I didn't really play any instruments. I had a couple of guitar lessons, but I never really took on to it until later in my teenage years when I started getting my heart broke and all the girl stuff, and I got a little bit more experience, I guess you'd say, and I realized that I love music. I love singing in the truck, driving and stuff. So, bands like the Eagles, Willie Nelson, more modern acts like Dierks Bentley, Eric Church, sort of inspired me to learn how to songwrite and play. I learned play guitar by listening to the radio and watching CMT and trying to emulate that. I bought chord books. I entered songwriting competitions. I just failed until I started finding a little bit of success.
Out the front, I got a view of the northern lights. Out the side, I got a moonlit fence line. A bunch of mountains all frosted with snow. Right there, all framed out my window. Once you see this big sky full of stars on a night like tonight, get a whiff of sage in bloom, cruising to the tune of Chrysler, dude. The beer between your legs is ice cold. Well, that'll tune and you've heard about the most. Ain't the only country road.
I started winning some songwriting competitions. I started performing out, actually getting confident in my own songs, not just playing covers. And pretty soon I made a goal that I wanted to write and release my own album, record it in Nashville. And so after several years of writing, I finally was happy with a batch of songs, and I did a crowdfunding thing through Kickstarter and raised $25,000 to go down and record my first album. And I released it in April of 2018. It was called Made Out West, and it was super fun. It was a dream come true. So I don't consider myself to be super talented in any way musically. I just worked really hard and tried to emulate those that I looked up to. And I guess I'm having fun now. You know, 2021 for me, I hope has a lot of healing in it. Not only, politically and just culturally, but also just literally physically for a lot of people are going through a lot of pain right now with all this virus crap. I'd like to see coronavirus completely go away. My goal is to release a second studio album this year. I'm gonna go down to Nashville as soon as it's safe to do so and get that done, and I can't wait to do that. So right now I'm just writing, and I'm optimistic. I'm an optimist, and I think 2021 is gonna be amazing.
Little did little me know back then just what it took to raise some kids and keep the lights on with a smile on. But now I understand. I'm taking these ups, writing these downs, doing my best in my little home.
Obviously, I'm not going to meet most of you physically, but I really appreciate you listening tonight. And if you think of it, go out and follow me on Instagram, Dave Brinker _. You can also follow my music on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, iMusic, wherever you listen to music, you can check it out. It's Dave Brinker. And I hope you guys have an amazing 2021. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you for the team for putting this together. This is pretty incredible.